Good day, student. So today we are still on, I'm still going to be teaching you on polynomials division. But this time around, I'm going to be teaching you different methods called synthetic division. This part is actually faster and easier to use if you know them well. So how do you do this particular one? I've already solved a particular question here with you. So I'm going to be solving like 3 questions that will enable you to understand it better. So dealing what is here, we are asked to use x raised to the power 4 minus 10x squared minus 2x plus 4 divided by x raised to the power 3. Remember, under long division, what I told you that we are dealing with the unknowns, but here we deal with numbers. So you write down the thing that you are dividing with, which is you're actually dividing by x plus 3. So x plus 3 equate it to x plus 3 equate it to 0 and find what x is. X will now be negative 3. So what you put here is negative 3. So now, after you put that, that is what they did here. That's what they got here. Then you put the coefficient of all the numbers. The first one, raised to power 4, the coefficient is 1. Raised to power 3, it does not have. So that means the coefficient is 0. Raised to power 2 is negative 10. Raised to power 1 is negative 2. Raised to power 4, the constant is 4. Now put the constant down, 4. Then the first thing you do, you bring down the 1, the first constant down. Then multiply it by this thing that the number that is here. So negative 1 multiplied by negative 3 will give you negative 3. So when you add 0 and negative 3, it will give you negative 3. You just have to follow the format. That is what they got here. Then you now multiply minus 3, multiply by minus 3 here, it will give you 9. You add 9 and negative 10, it will give you minus 1. Then you now times it again, minus 3 minus 1 will give you 3. You add it, it will give you 1. Minus 3 multiplied by 3. Multiply by 1, I mean to say, you give you minus 3. You add it to 4, it will give you 1. So what you do now is this. You are going to, if the number, the polynomial start with x raised to power 3, your answer will start with 1 less than the number, which is x raised to power x raised to power 3. So the first number here is going to be 1x raised to power 3. So there's no need to write in 1. So it's going to be x raised to power 3, followed by minus 3 raised to x raised to power 2, followed by minus x, which is x raised to power 1. And that means that plus 1. So once you have got to the end, the number is still remaining. There are still 1 remaining. So if 1 is remaining, that one, the one that is remaining is called the remainder. So remainder. So that means when the thing is divided, when x cubed, s raised to power 4 divided by, when the whole thing here is divided by this, it's going to give you this remainder 1. And that is why it's written like this. So with this now, I want us to go back to the last example we did using long division and use this synthetic division to do them. It's actually faster. So if I'm using synthetic division to do the first one, I just have to write something like this on the first one. Something like this. So minus 2. So I have here is 2. So here we have raised to power 3 is 1. Raised to power 2 is minus 5. Raised to power 1 is 8. Raised to power, then 0 is minus 4. Then you bring 1 down. So 2 times 1 will give you 2. You add it together, will give you minus 3. 2 times minus 3 will give you minus 6. You add it together, it will give you 2. 2 times 2, 4. You add it together, it gives you 0. And since the thing is raised to power 3, so our answer will start with raised to power 2. So x squared minus 3x plus 2 will be your answer. Very easy. This one, since there's no remainder here, so the remainder is 0. So very easy. So if you do the same thing in the second one, under synthetic division, we have is x plus 3. So what we have here is minus 3. So here we put 2. Raised to power 3 is 2. Now, raised to power 2 is not there, so it's going to be 0. Raised to power 1 is minus 1. Then the constant is 51. Then you bring down 2 down. So minus 3 times 2 give us minus 6. You add it together, you get minus 6. So minus 3 times minus 6 will give us 18. You add it together, you get 17. Then minus 3 times 17. Or is it what? Is that it? Look, it's like there is. So let me redo it a little. So this, bring down this down. Minus 3 times this will give us minus 6. You add it. Oh, we are adding it. Yes, we add it. So we add this. Okay, you are right. So minus 3 times this will give us minus 51. So when we add it, it give us 0. So the highest number is raised to power 3, so it's going to be raised to power 2. My answer, 2x raised to power 2 minus 6x plus 17 will be my answer. Simple. So the synthetic division is relatively easier to long division. But anyone that you know how to do better, you do them. Though there's one that is a little bit tricky when you are dividing with, let us say, you have 3x raised to power 3 minus 2x squared plus x plus 5. It's now divided by 2x plus 2. Now it be plus 3. It becomes a little complicated because for you to get your x now have to be minus 3 over 2. That is what you are going to use to solve. But it can be tricky. But if it's not like that, if it's just simple, the first base, you can just use it that way and do what you need to do and get your answer as fast as possible. Thank you. The next videos I'll be sending, I'll be talking about factors and remainder theory. And after that, I'm going to solve a lot of questions on polynomials. Thank you. Please like and share.